Hi there, this is David Rockefeller Jr. and this is part two of Founders Families. Uh, this in this segment is a conversation with David Rockefeller and Rockefeller family about the Rockefeller Foundation. And let me start off by saying that this video is really important to multitudes of humanity, and so I'm doing this because of my elected position. So let's do a little background with who the Rockefeller family is. Many people probably already know that the Rockefeller family has been a very heavy philanthropy family, and that John Rockefeller was considered which is David's grandfather, the world's wealthiest man, being about $330 billion in net worth. And that's John Rockefeller Sr. David Rockefeller, in multitudes of conversations, most of them closed door and private conversations, and among friends, and also being among his family, conversations with him and his family. He talked about his father being John Rockefeller Jr. As one of the four men who is the principal, who are the group of four families, and his being one of the families, and John Rockefeller Jr. Being his father as one of the four primary men in the group of four. Being heads of these families is very important. I'll give a little bit of reflection and other things about who, based on David's knowledge, who is the fourth man, John Rockefeller Jr. He's a very wealthy man and a very caring man. He is also a major philanthropist and businessman. He concentrated his life on business and the Republican Party. He is a very big active contributor to the Republican Party in America, and he is also very active in politics. Most people do not know that he had a heavy hand in politics in America, and that the Republican Party always came to him when they needed help. John Rockefeller Jr. was a very important man in America as an industrialist and businessman. He created multiple businesses, and he also was a real estate developer, and he was very heavily active in creating oil corporations. And he was also part of Oil Corporation, which is his then father, which is John Sr. Rockefeller, created. It was a business as far as John Rockefeller Jr., which is David Rockefeller's father, is a multi-generational business and a tradition of a very heavy industrialist and philanthropist, being that John Rockefeller Jr. Created the Rockefeller Foundation to help the poor people of America and raise them up out of poverty. He was a very caring man, and he cared about what his fellow man on this planet was all about. He cared greatly about the future of humanity and about the future of this planet Earth. And when he sat with the other three men in multiple meetings, sipping martinis, they all sat there sipping martinis and deciding on the future of planet Earth. It was very important to John Rockefeller Jr. that, as to the other men, that their legacy live on beyond with something of great value. They had decided on calling it the United Nations. And they decided on principal documents that would form the charter of the United Nations, the Constitution. They called it the Constitution of the United Nations. It was not the Charter. The Charter was later amended to call it the Charter. The original standing documentation was the Constitution of the United Nations, and it was to be the leading and guiding government of planet Earth, known as planet government. So you see how John Rockefeller Jr. also, he was a major landowner. He owned a lot of land in New York City, and so when they just made the final decision in that room to build a planet government, he stepped forward with his land, and with about $4 billion he gave to this project. And he created the blueprints with the other men involved for building what you see now, which is the United Nations building in New York and all of the complex. It is his money and that was involved, and it is his blueprints that built the buildings. And he supervised with the other three men the building of them and their families. So this is a little bit about how you see that John Rockefeller Jr. and the Rockefeller Foundation and family contributed towards the founding as one of the four principal founders of the United Nations that you see today as planet government, the leading government of this planet Earth, the guidance and direction for this whole entire planet, for all the future to come of planet Earth, for the good and well-being of all the people of humanity and all the people and living things of this planet Earth is what John Rockefeller Jr. had decided on doing with the other men. Thank you very much.